I don't know if anyone's ever watched it, but there's a behind-the-scenes documentary for The Phantom Menace, which, George Lucas gets a lot of jip, and I think through the benefit of time, people can see that he meant well. And, he gets out a little journalist notepad. He sharpens his pencils, and he sits down and starts literally handwriting the script of Phantom Menace.
Episode 1. Looks
around the room and there's a ghost looking at him. Phantom looks next to him.
And then a picture of Dennis the Menace. Menace. Now, what could that be?
Have you ever seen that clip of someone just filming themselves in San Francisco doing a documentary, and George Lucas just walks in the background of his shot?
No.
He's just out, sort of being a little old man walking around town. And he just bumbles through the back of the shot, looks at the camera once, then walks past, walking like he does. I always find George Lucas walks like the Gimli Patterson footage of the Bigfoot.
Yeah, so a bit of a lumber to him.
Got a bit
Is
of
he
a
quite
lumber
tall?
I think so. Anyway, Darth Maul turns up and sends out his little pods.
Yep. Robots, find out where I can find the Jellignites.
Birthday pie.
Is there somewhere around here I can get a valet service and a birthday pie?
It's true. I didn't find the birthday pie. Qui-Gon cheats with the chance cubes and bets the boy's freedom, as I mentioned. He's a degenerate gambler, essentially.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dreadful.
He's gambling on the way of getting out of this planet, Anakin's future, and the Queen, because she's going to get murdered by space pirates, probably, if they stay here much longer. But anyway, fine. So Sebulba is the favourite for the pod race. The pod race sequence, pretty much one of the biggest successes of this film. It's amazing.
Fantastic. I think a big part of that is, looking back now, I think it's like a beautiful oasis of, understandable stakes and enjoyable, well-filmed action in this film. But
and
it
sound
is very
design
long.
as well, all the different engines.
Oh, the sound design, yeah. All the bloody ILM sound team showing off the absolute best, no question.
But I agree, it's too long.
Yeah. And the commentators are a two-headed being, which has two names somehow, called Fode and Bede, and they're played by Greg Proops.
Yeah.
Luke, come over to my side.
Never! From Whose Line Is It Anyway? And comedian Scott Capurro.
Yes.
And Scott Capurro's character is in alien language, and Greg Proops speaks in basic or English.
That's right.
And I think that's because it was Scott Capurro, so everything he was saying in English was like, when you're fucking a guy in the ass, and then the pod race starts, and the guy's belt gets snagged, and you're getting dragged along by your dick, and and so they went, I don't think this is really going to suit.
Because you know how good this feels when you do this anyway? Imagine if you had a clitoris in there as well.
So many racers get killed or disabled.
Yes, horribly mangled,
Including the little cute
They
man
did say it was dangerous, they did say.
Yeah.
Is that Ben Quadraneros, who's just a big torso?
Yeah.
He's got a face torso.
Feel sorry for him.
Most of them quite forgettable. I like Ben Quadraneros, though.
Yeah, Paul Walker, he was good as well. Vin Diesel, he was good as one of them.
Yeah, that's good. I liked him when he turned up. Yeah.
Sorry about
and
family.
Jason Statham turns up later.
Racing's about family.
It's about family.
It's about family.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, they're all forgettable, as you say. I like the bit where they're going past and the sand people are taking pot shots of them, and that feels in character for them. I like that.
That's great. You get some lovely Tuscan radio. And you get an Utini.
My friend was majorly into Star Wars. When we watched it at the cinema, he said to me afterwards, if you look carefully, when they go past the sand people, there's a rogue Jedi, a Sith lady there who's going to be a big character in the next two films. Never happened.
Never happened.
So
you see her, I've got her down as like a super cool punk bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Like getting a little glamour shot there, like, wow. Like, never seen again. No. I think she might have had like her own comic series or something.
Anyway. So the race finishes, Anakin wins, yay! So Watto's like, oh, well, you cheated. And he's like, well, shall I just hand you over to the Hutts and they'll beat the shit out of you?
Yeah.
It's like, all right, take him.
I don't know how Qui-Gon's got the authority to get him to do that.
I did compliments to Andy Secombe here. I do like the way he just goes, take him.
Take him.
Yeah, that's it. And but actually, just I think whoever had control over the facial animation as well was really great.
Facial animation.
Facial animation for the nation, and a lot better than Jar Jar Binks, who we spend much more time with.
And then Anakin realizes he's not going to see his mum again because he's going off to be trained as a Jedi.
Yeah.
And he says to her,
"Will I ever see you again?"
and she goes, "What does your heart tell you?" And all I could think of is the bit in The Simpsons where Mr. Burns jumps in the limo and goes, "Let's roll."
Let's roll.
So on the way back to the spaceship, they get attacked by Darth Maul.
Oh no! Hello, it's me again. I'd like 2 Happy Meals and a fish filetophile, please.
Now, this was a quite exciting bit at the time. A Sith fighting a Jedi, quite exciting.
Yeah, big moment. Yeah.
Nothing much happens.
No, not really.
They
No.
get away.
It's yes. After you.
I was going to say the nice shot framing when the spaceship takes off and Maul's centre of the screen and the lightsaber goes back down again.
Oh yeah, great.
quite
That's
cool.
a lovely iconic image. Yeah. I think it's also the only problem with it is it sort of spoils the shock of like when they come face to face at the end in Naboo.
Yes, agreed.
In the Naboo sort of capital city, and like it's why have this little skirmish earlier? I don't know.
Well,
I suppose to suggest that he's quite a good baddie, like he's almost caught up to them.
Yeah, but it also speaks to the fact that he didn't know what to do with him, and I'm sure that for the next 2 films he was sitting there thinking, I wish I hadn't fucking killed him. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan escort Amidala because she wants to go to Coruscant so she can plead her people's case to Chancellor Valorum, a.k.a. Terrence Stamp.
Terrence Stamp, that's right, who says to Palpatine,
You must never show it to the Laker girls.
you cannot show it to the Laker girls. And Palpatine says, I have to show it to the Laker girls. He says, no, you can't. You can't show it to the Laker girls.
So they go to Coruscant.
Coruscant. The entire planet is one big city.
The entire planet is one big city. What?
That's insane,
That doesn't make any sense.
How does that sustain itself as an ecosystem? Okay, sure, fine. Star Wars, science fiction.
But the Palpatine starts these little worming now because he's like, the Chancellor is mired by corruption rumours. And maybe you should
And he's
call,
ginger as well, Emperor Palpatine. That's a big reveal for the series.
Yeah. He says maybe you should call a vote of no confidence.
You could call for a vote of no confidence.
Qui-Gon takes Anakin to the Jedi Council and says, we were attacked by a Sith. And they're like, nah, don't be stupid. Typical
idiot,
bureaucrats sitting on their arse.
That's right. I mean, and this is a universe with quite a few of them, because this is one of, I think, about 20 scenes that's just people sitting around a table talking.
Yeah.
In this sci-fi adventure film.
Also, we haven't forgotten about Puppet Yoda. Don't think you can change it to CG Yoda and we'll forget. We haven't forgotten. I liked it. They'd had given him little 70s curly sideburns.
Yes, they had. I remember them. Yes, of course it really happened. It was all real, John. I didn't forget. It was all real.
But now they've cheated and made it a CG one.
Classic Star Wars.
Because you remember when Attack of the Clones came out? And they were all like, oh, it's a CG Yoda. Oh, look what we can do. And you're like, yeah, but it didn't look very good though, did it?
Yeah, no, indeed. The age is much, much worse than any of the puppet Yodas. What a shame.
He says he wants to train Anakin. And they're like, oh, we'll... And then Mace is like, bring him before us then.
Bring him before us then.
It's like, all right, lads, fuck off. I've just was nearly killed.
Yeah.
You're sitting in here with
that's right. And he's
fat head and giraffe neck, twiddling your balls.
Silas Carson again, playing a sort of tall-headed, old bearded guy.
And that
looks like he runs a sort of small beer brewery. Or something.
And whatever the fuck that one is that looks like he's got like a turkey's face.
Distressing as well.
Yeah.
You know, all of you make me sick. You should say.
Make me sick.
You're all hideous, and I hate all of you.
You should be like when Glenn leaves in the thick of it. Fuck you all up the wrong one. I'll trade him myself.
Yeah, that's right.
Senate meeting. Naboo invaded by Federation. Everyone wants an investigation commission. Amidala
People talking about trade embargoes. Yes, more.
Amidala's like, right, well, I call for a vote of no confidence. And then we see load of ETs. Did you notice them?
Yeah, ETs hanging out in a little pod. Ant and Dec is in one of those pods from the planet of the Geordies. They were like, oi, man,
smiling
more confidence.
awkwardly like at the coronation.
That's right, yeah. Awkwardly watching the coronation of the new Senator Palpatine.
So we found out that Terrence Stamp's now basically being kicked out.
His goose is cooked.
Goose is cooked. He's been kicked out, and Palpatine is now going to run for Chancellor.
Mm-hmm.
So Amidala's like, you know what? This is your fight. I don't belong here. I'm an action lady. I'm going back to Naboo.
That's right.
And he's like, oh, well, if you insist, bye.
Yep. And off she goes.
Yeah, so she goes, and also the Jedi Council say that Anakin's too old to be trained.
Yeah, he's only 10.
What do you want him sort of gaga-gooing all around the place while he's, well, I suppose like Grogu, I suppose, but...
Yeah, he's a little baby.
He's shit, though, isn't he?
That's true.
He has to get inside Taika Waititi to function. He's a bit like Rita Ora.
Yeah. Hey, listen, around this point, when they set off for Naboo, Amidala has a new hairstyle again.
Yeah.
And I think it's a bit like an homage to the tits on the bird cow that dispenses blue milk.
I think you're right.
The Last Jedi.
Yeah. It's like it's like poetry. It's like it rhymes.
Every stanza kind of rhymes with the last one. Hopefully it'll work.
Qui-Gon, as I say, fuck you all up the wrong, and I'm going to train Anakin.
Yep. That's right.
And Obi-Wan is now a proper Jedi.
Yes.
So
well done, Obi-Wan.
And the Jedi say to them, right, well, I order you to go back with Queen Amidala to Naboo and oversee everything.
Yeah.
I got an idea. Why don't we all go? How about that?
No.
No?
No, not bothered.
You lads just going to stay here sitting on your ass doing nothing? Okay. Qui-Gon's getting a bit passy-aggy, isn't he, you old Yoda? Getting a bit pass-ag.
I don't know if this has been said many times. I apologise if so. But in the scene where Qui-Gon's all setting off and Obi-Wan is stepping up to become a full Jedi Knight, Qui-Gon Jinn says to him, "You're a good apprentice, Obi-Wan, and a much wiser man than I am."
And you're a much wiser man than I am.
And it is like... You're not using that one, right?
Is he trying?
You're not going to use that one.
Is he trying to be?
No, we got
there?
it. We got it in a previous take.
So they go down to Naboo and they meet with the old Gungans.
That's right. In the sacred place, Pizza Hut buffet.
Place. Yeah. And she goes, guess what, lads? I was the queen all along.
And everyone's shocked because they're idiots.
So basically, they go back to the Naboo Temple Church Museum to fight the Trade Federation. Now, this scene with the doors opening is pretty fucking cool, isn't it?
Oh, it's really good. You know, there's the Master of the Apprentice. They're fighting this one guy who's so super deadly and mysterious. And he comes in and he says, "I've bought a book on lightsaber fighting and I will read it."
Well, also, he does the one lightsaber. What? Two lightsabers?
Or even lightsabers.
What?
Yeah, across the galaxy.
That's what Anakin should say. He should lean out of the space
Anakin says,
"What?" They should have cast a boy who sounds like a young James Earl Jones for Anakin. That would have
been great. No, just use James Earl Jones to
dub
him.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Are you an angel?
What?
An angel. I've heard the deep space pilots talk about them. They're the most beautiful creatures in the universe. They live on the moons of Ego, I think.
You're a funny little boy.
Brilliant. Much better film.
Yeah, so you get all this going on. Anakin accidentally blows up the donut.
Accidentally wins the donut, donut fight, yep.
Yeah, which is...
He's in a kid's film where no one else really is. He's like, whoa! It's all that. It's like something for everybody.
Then he does
a lightsaber fight for the grown-ups.
Little fluffy rabbit men fighting robots for the kids.
For who knows who. I think that's women between the ages of 75 and 78. That's the demographic research said would like that.
All the robots die.
Yes.
Because the mothership's blown up.
That's right.
And Jar Jar... We will completely skip over all Jar Jar's antics because he's just a big...
Yeah, whatever, it's fine, yeah.
And Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon are fighting Darth Maul. They go through those little red barrier things.
Yeah, they're fun. You get the big finale.
Yeah, because Qui-Gon gets killed, which was spoilt for me before the film came out. Now,
did you find about this through the soundtrack album?
Yes.
Because I've heard about this.
I looked at it in our price or whatever it was, and I was like, oh, Qui-Gon's funeral. Okay, fair enough.
Oh, great. Thanks a lot. Yeah,
thanks, John Williams. Yeah, so we get the fight with Darth Maul. He kills Qui-Gon, and then the thing happens that I think, because the next two films, you've got these baddies that should have been Darth Maul. Where he kills him off. Because there's a nice bit here where they have a lovely choreographed lightsaber fight, which is all fast and well, and then and
when Obi-Wan launches in at him, it's really good. It's well shot, well acted, just like leathering in with the lightsaber. Really like the anger, the rage coming out.
But then you've got these surrogate baddies for the next two films. That should have been him.
Yeah, and various General Grievous,
Count Dooku.
Count Dooku, yes.
Dracula, Dooku.
Count.
Oh,
I'm
Dooku,
I'm playing
boy.
I believe I'm playing Count Duckula in the new Star Wars film.
As Qui-Gon is dying in Obi-Wan's arms, he says, kiss me, Hardy. No, he says, train the boy. Promise me you'll train him.
You know that really annoying kid that we've been hanging around with? Yeah, awful. Yeah. Spend the rest of your adult life with him, please, and take care of him all the time. And does he get less annoying? If anything, it gets worse. So just, good luck with that. And if there's ever time for a no, then that was it.
That was it.
That was it.